What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Bama Standard Postgame Show as Alabama stuns. Oh, there we go. Stuns Oklahoma. We'll say stuns because Vegas decided to put Oklahoma at -1.5. But hey, money moves the line. That's all I got to say. ESPN basically giving Alabama no shot to win this game from any point of view. Even Nick Saban saying something slightly controversial, not saying he said there were 7 teams that can win the national championship. He didn't add Alabama in that conversation, by the way. So I'm just going to throw that out there. But either way, stuns Oklahoma 34-24. Guys, I just want your initial reaction to this. Well, I guess first I need to introduce the panel. Justin Riley, right beside me. Karl Taylor, right below me. Look, great panel, all-star panel as usual. But I need to get initially into this already. Give me your initial reaction. We'll say a minute and a half and under. Justin, you go first.
First of all, how hot is Kalen DeBoer's seat? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for people all over Twitter who were saying that Kalen DeBoer's seat was going to be hot, and he's going to Michigan tomorrow too. So I wonder how that flight's going to work out. That's my first initial question because I'm petty. Shout out to Daniel Petty. But also too, going into the game, I'm watching all throughout Twitter just to catch the general feel of the game, and by the way they were talking, and then it was further capped off on game day. Alabama should never even bother showing up. Nope. They shouldn't even got off the plane. It was a done deal. Game day was just a celebration of Oklahoma's impending victory, right? Very, 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 very frustrating to watch. And to be honest with you, it really looked like it was headed that way in the first quarter. I was getting vibes of the SEC championship game. I was cussing. I was ready to start ripping into DeBoer. I was ready to put him in a U-Haul to Michigan. And then Bama started being Bama. And what an amazing turn of events, resiliency. We've worked all season long for this moment. I know things didn't look the way we needed to finish the season, but it's not how you start, it's how you finished. And tonight we finished with a very impressive victory in a hostile environment. Roll Tide.
There we go. Coach Karl, give me your initial take.
Well, I thought we was going to get our ass whooped initially. I mean, 17-0. Let's look at it, man. 17-0. Bama wasn't doing anything at all offensively, man. We had three plays, punt our defense in short field, bad kicking. I mean, our punt is horrible, man. I mean, averaging 20-some yards a kick.
It's not good.
It's not good at all. So Oklahoma jumped out 17-0. Lucky for us, man, we got a pass interference call that gave a little momentum, and then we started moving the ball down the field. We got a turnover with that drop punt. Got 3 points out of that. Should have got 7. Should have been more aggressive on that. We wasn't aggressive. Should have got 7, got 3. And then we get a pick 6 just about to close the half again from Xavier Brown. And that kind of turned the game around. We came out of the locker room, started playing a little bit better, a little bit more intensity. I always like, man, when we go up tempo, you guys playing against a downhill rush defense like this, you go up tempo, man, so they don't and then you throw something at them differently. I mean, I like Daniel Hill going straight hill.
Thank you.
Straight downhill.
Thank you.
None of that soft side to side type of stuff. The only question I have, man, is like, we'll get into that later. But anyway, man, my initial reaction is, man, shit, kudos to Bama, man. I'm glad we get the win. Glad we get to settle our score, finally beat Oklahoma, and we beat them by double digits. Something that they hadn't done since Texas beat them. So, and we beat them at home this year. So that's phenomenal with us, man. So lucky, kudos to us, man, that we actually went in there and made ESPN look like some asses. Coach Saban is a genius because the only person that picked us all week was Coach Saban. So good job, Coach.
Yep, I definitely have to agree with that. Jimmy Clay, appreciate the $10 super chat. Roll Damn Tide, obviously, same thing back to you. You guys, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put those in the comment section, as when we get towards the end of the show, we're going to go cycle back around and answer those questions as we move along. But obviously, guys, give us a roll tide in that comment section and let us know where you're watching from as well. And appreciate everybody who's doing the restreams like Kyle and those guys. So with that being said, my initial reaction, I'll make mine very short. First quarter, I was screaming, cussing, wanting to throw stuff at the TV that I don't own, so that's why it didn't happen. I'll be honest with you, I was having PTSD from the Georgia games. I'm like, is this going to happen all over again? And then obviously, you know, you're down 17-0. You know what I mean? And yes, you're damn right. I've critiqued people saying that, you know, we've critiqued it and been hard on this team and doubted the team. Oh, yeah, sure. I critique the team. There's no doubt about it. And I'll never shy away from it. And I'll do it week in and week out. Right. So that's why I do what I do. But either way, no, after that first quarter, it was one of those, it was a weird turn of events. Obviously, the key was the fourth down, right? Touchdown. So once again, Ryan Grubb, you know, converting on the fourth down for a touchdown, completely flipped the whole thing around. It seemed like obviously Oklahoma somehow dropping the punt. I still don't understand how that even happened, to be completely honest with you. I didn't see why he dropped it. There was so much that happened in this game that reminded me of the last game, but you just flipped the roles, right? So that's what my initial reaction will be is Oklahoma, welcome to what we experienced in Tuscaloosa when we played you last, right? So now you get the missed field goal. Now you have the special teams problems. Now, you know what I mean? We get the pick six or we get the interceptions. So, like, you just experienced the reverse. You had a better offense of scheme and game plan and yardage and everything in this game, but you didn't win the game. Welcome to our world a couple of weeks ago. And I want to show, I just got to put this out there as well. Guys, in my opinion, there were some missed calls on both sides, some bad calls on both sides, in my opinion. So I'm just going to throw it out there. There was definitely some missed calls on both sides. So, but we're not here to talk about that, obviously. But with that being said, moving on here, I guess to the next thing. After the instant reaction, I'll let Justin bring up that, which is going to be our positives and negatives of the game. This time we'll start off with you, Coach Karl. Give me your positives and negatives of the game.
Oh, my positives game? Shit, the fact that we came back and won. My positive is the fact that we came back and won. I mean, that's the only thing I can say really positive. We came back and won the game. The defense played light solid in the second half. Caden got a little too coverage two-ish in the fourth quarter, giving up too many plays, right?
Yep.
But outside of that, the defense played phenomenal after the first quarter. Didn't really give up much. Mateer. I mean, my wife was in there screaming about why they ain't rushing the quarterback, blitzing the quarterback. He's a dual threat guy. You can't just sit down there and just peel your hat back and go at him unless you know it's a passing down because it's football. I mean, everybody know that, but you know, she wants to sit pressure on him all the time, like Brett was doing with Ty, you know, sending pressure all the time, but Ty's now one of those solidified dual threat guys that can beat you with his feet. So, you know, Brett can send pressure on him like that. So, man, positive is Ty wasn't turning the ball over tonight. Even though in the first quarter he was still kind of shook. He started making a little plays when he started realizing that the offense was holding up the pressure, right? Started making a little plays. Then he got a little sideways a little bit, throwing the ball off target. But some of those throws he made, man, under pressure were phenomenal. Started looking like the same Ty Simpson for old. And then as more and more he got comfortable in the second and third quarter, he started playing a whole lot better. Fourth quarter, he kind of regressed a little bit and went back to holding the ball unnecessarily. I like the fact that Cam Dewberry even tried to come out there and good it out. So that was a positive. Negative is that Ryan Groves is still Ryan Groves, right? At least this time he came out, got down 17 points, and then he started going into a bag of tricks and started actually calling company offensive plays sometime. And then, I mean, the problem, my big and negatives, man, that we keep running all these deep routes. And Oklahoma killing us on the underneath stuff, and we trying to run everything deep. Clear out routes. Like we're clearing out routes for nobody because nobody's underneath. So why are we doing all this clearing out? You're clearing out for who? Quavius going deep, Ryan going deep, Jerm going deep, Isaiah going deep. There's nobody underneath. So, I mean, we got to figure that portion of it out. But if Ryan Groves can call plays like he called plays later, like early in the second half, and start calling plays like that, some of those quick pitches would get Daniel Hill on the edge with a little speed where you can see. We start calling plays like that, down here, running game, put the kid in the pistol, I think we'll be all right going forward. But he's got to call good plays and play a little up tempo, especially next week against not next week. We got the next Indiana, man. You're gonna have to play up tempo because that defense is swarming fast downhill. They love the blitz, so you got to come at them with something different.
All right, Justin, positives and negatives of the game.
All right, negatives. I still don't feel like we can be consistent and just taking over a game. Like Coach Karl said, Ty goes on this roller coaster instead of just taking the reins and just putting teams away. Now, at times he did show flashes of that mid-season dominance, but then he just kind of went back into where he was just overthinking things, holding the ball too long, and just panicking at times. He didn't really have to, but I got to look at the resiliency of the team. It really looked like it was going to be a bad night, long night for us, and we were going to get in here and talk about how we're not going to fire Taylor DeBoer. We're going to fire the entire staff just because of the regression that Alabama saw from the South Carolina game on, and it really looked like it was going to continue that way. But then all of a sudden, a few things go our way, and it wakes everyone up. And Alabama just turned into Alabama. We hadn't really seen Alabama do that. So I'm proud of what I saw from them. Negative, we got to run the ball more. I know everybody likes to look at our run game and our running totals and talk negatively about it, but I'm looking at how many times the runners had the ball in their hands, and it's really not a lot. We've got to find some way to be more balanced. When we see a lot more success. But I am proud of Lotsier Brooks. We've been asking all season, when is he finally going to have that moment where he pops off? Well, he came in tonight at the biggest stage of them all and showed out. He was that spark. He was what we needed Ryan Williams to be. So it was great to see that freshman take that ascension and be dominant. Oklahoma didn't really have an answer for him. Negative, Ryan Williams, man. I just don't know what to say at this point. There is no defending him. The drops continue. He leads the nation in drops, and there's no way around it. You're paying him too much money NIL for him to have that many drops. But thankfully, we got Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton, and Lotsier Brooks, who can seize the moment and who can take over a game when we need it the most.
Yeah. Hang on one second. So yeah, no, I agree. It's positives and negatives of this game. I'll be honest with you. The positives are very obvious. It's going to be special teams didn't affect us as much as it has in the past, right? So, and when I mean past, I mean like SEC championship game, playing Oklahoma previously, stuff like that. Connor Talty was spot on tonight. I believe he ended up going 2 for 2. Ty got a little bit shook, yes, but he didn't go into straight panic mode, right? So there was times where he got a little shaky. It seemed like Ryan Grubb maybe adjusted the play calling a little bit for him a little bit more. And to me, I'm sorry, I know people don't like seeing that clock run down really low, but it seems like when Ty is given more options and more control of the offense when he's at that line, he tends to do better. He feels more comfortable when he's able to make those checks. Because a lot of the plays that are coming in, they're lining up quick, and he's not able to do that. And he's just kind of on the fly doing just that one play, or maybe it gets adjusted if there's enough time, but most of the time it's not. He struggles a little bit more. It seems like when he can run the offense, he tends to do a little bit better. I can't explain it. It's just something I've seen. Other positives, Jeremy Bernard made a Tyrone Pro throw catch, or Tyreek Hill. I don't know, however you – not Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm talking about, the Giants. I mean, off the helmet. Even
David Tyree.
There we go, David Tyree. A pro throw style catch, right? So reaching behind his head instead of behind his body, obviously, making that catch was, my goodness. But then we get him where, you hit him directly in the hands and he can't catch the ball. Not saying specifically him, but just all night we tended to have those drops. And of course, there's a lot more positives in my opinion. Number one, we're moving on. Like I said, we won. But the negatives, I think, we're going to have to check in on Red Morgan to see how hurt he is. Because I'm not sure. I didn't see Red Morgan come back in the game after that. Me personally, I'd have to go back and look at the film again. or the game again. But hopefully he's okay. I know Tim Keenan seemed a little bit slow towards the end of the game. This was a very, very physical football game, by the way. Another negative, or I guess you could say a negative, is I'm sorry, but some calls can't be missed. And some of these calls, I'm sorry, were just outrageous. They weren't called on both sides, not just one, but both. Right. So I want to make that very clear. But yeah, I think overall, the word we need to use for this game is resiliency. Plain and simple. They were down 17-0. Last year we probably don't do this, right? So I don't know. Maybe we do, but we didn't. But yeah, so can we please stop the Kalen DeBoer going to Michigan talk, for God's sakes? I think that just needs to be cut out. But that's all I'm going to say, because otherwise I'm going to sit here repeating what everybody else.
I tell you another positive.
What's that?
Oklahoma kicking these 2 kicks. That's extremely positive.
That's when you know it's Alabama's night.
Miss, man.
Like I said,
don't miss. Shit. Them shorts didn't help me last night.
All right.
It helped James Smith. He had the shorty shorts on tonight.
He had on some shorties tonight. Damn. Justin Jefferson had on some booty shorts. Like,
he did. Justin Jefferson was short.
Was all the way up to his dude.
They forgot that this wasn't the club. This was a playoff game, but they handled business. But can we talk about the negative that turned into a positive? We talked about it in our group chats, Johnathan, Coach Karl, the fact that we're not getting pressure at the right times. We're allowing John Mateer just to sit back in a pocket and dissect us at will. But then all of a sudden, it's like our voices carried over to the sidelines to Kane Womack, and the pressure just was unleashed. We unleashed hell. We brought hell with us. Keon Keeley, have yourself a day. London Simmons, have yourself a day. Yanze Pierre, just everyone as a whole. Absolutely amazing. We are in John Mateer's face and in his nightmares later, relentlessly, 5 to 6 sacks. We were begging for sacks at one point. We were praying for sacks. We were going on Craigslist seeing if we could find some youth sacks just to get this defense going. And my gosh, on the biggest stage of them all, defense showed up. Now, I would like to see better tackling from our secondary. I love how y'all can pick a ball out of the air, but for the love of God, when you're in space, wrap up, please.
Yes. Oh my gosh!
You don't have to ask permission. You don't have to achieve consent here.
You have to ask permission.
I need you to drive people into the dirt and make them like it.
No, they play too much loose defense, and when they're coming downhill, they're trying to keep the guy in front of them, so they're stopping their feet. Even if you stop moving going forward, at least keep your feet moving. Once you stop your feet, you're a dead defender. So keep the feet moving, like hot feet, where you can move in and move out. Always keep your eyes on the inside hip, and you playing through the hip. And if you're on the outside playing leverage, you just attack the front hips, attack the hips you see. What they doing is they keeping their eyes on the inside hip, and then they jumping inside, trying to tackle the inside hip. You got your eyes inside, but you tackling in the outside. The only thing you want the inside, so you make sure if you break outside towards you, you sitting flat. Not just reaching, like you jump inside, they're gonna go outside. So you sit flat and you're gonna stand flat and we're gonna make a move. You stand flat, stop going inside. That's what they're doing. But you see Oklahoma play defense, Oklahoma coming straight down here. They blind down here, they're attacking your hips. Bama sitting back playing passive, waiting on you to get to them so they can wrap you up.
Yep.
Man, just go down there and play down here. Play fast down here. The hell with the rest of it. If you miss a tackle going fast down here, that guy literally has to juke you side to side. He can't juke you going forward. He gonna have to go side. That slows his feet down. Get your teammates opportunity to come down there and help you. That's what killing us, man. It's not just bad tackling, it's just bad suit angles, bad everything.
Hey, I also point out something I noticed. Did you happen to pick up that we started running a lot better when Jaden Roberts was snuck in tonight? I don't know if you watched the switch, but when Jaden Roberts came in, we were able to run the ball a lot more effectively.
Yeah, we can go on a tangent on that, and I'm not going to about to do it, but Shout out to Don Parker here, the $5 super chat. Guys, if you guys want your chat read immediately, obviously do that. Yes, I'm going to be mad. Disrespectful. Choklahoma? I don't find that disrespectful. Nah, well, it's appropriate. It's up 17-0 in the first quarter, and you lose that game. I think it's an appropriate term. D. Baker here with the $9.99 super chat. Obviously appreciate it. Roll Tide. The negative is that the O-line needs to continue to block until the whistle is blown. Don't just push them out of the way, block. The positive, our defense is great. And the O-line, look, we already know that. Like, my goodness. Even when we were coming back, I was like, our O-line is still – Ty made some incredible throws under pressure tonight, guys. Like, the one to Lottie, I believe that was a post corner route. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Karl. That one to Latier Brooks was, him falling backwards with somebody in his face. And I was like, that is a dot if I've ever seen one, in my opinion. Great route. Obviously had about maybe a second and a half to throw that ball.
No, that's just a straight corner route.
That was a straight corner? Oh, okay.
All he did just set him up by going inside of and then bang corner.
Oh,
like
okay.
Post corner when you take that deep boom, and you take those 3 or 4 steps inside, and then you post him, then you corner him.
Then
all he did was just set him up at the top of the rock like he was going inside, lean his body inside, and then bang corner.
Gotcha.
It still was underthrown ball, but it was just a good catch by Lottie.
Yeah. Well, look, here's what I do know.
Placement now. He made it a catchable ball.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What have we been saying? Give the guys a chance, right? So even if they're covered, throw the ball up. I don't care if it's Ryan Williams. I get it. He has trouble catching the ball, but I don't care if it's Ryan Williams, Lottie Brooks, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton, Cuevas. Just give them a chance is all we're asking, right? So stop being so conservative with the ball. But either way, let's see here. Moving on to the next thing after the positives and negatives, Justin, please cue it up.
Can we also shout out to the positive of having guys back healthy tonight? That was tremendous. Now, Cuevas, I don't think was able to go 100% of the snaps, but he was so effective, and the offense was truly able to open up with having him back in there. It's like it unlocked the big playability of each wide receiver, and so that was critical. Kelby Collins as well. Having him back in the lineup made a tremendous difference. Had a big sack tonight. Really excited having him back in the lineup. Hopefully we can get LT back for Indiana. We shall see in the next coming days. But, man, when we're healthy, Alabama's hard to beat.
Oh, I agree 100%.
LT, I hate to be the one to see it. We miss him on certain plays, run plays. We missed him. Missed him a lot of run plays. On third down pass play, give me Keon Keelan.
He's turning into a dog.
Speed and his physicality is different. LT is not outrunning that kid. Then he playing coverage. Like, oh my goodness, the dude is phenomenal. I've been waiting on that all year. I've been waiting on Keon ever since I talked to Keon in the spring. I was like, man, your time coming. I seen it in practice. Your time coming. Just wait the course. And Freddie kept saying that he hard headed this, he hard headed that. And I told Fred to sit right on the bench, man, just turn the kid loose and give him a chance to play. Now you getting an opportunity and he making plays. Just turn him loose, man.
Yeah.
Talent like that, you just can't harness talent like that. Turn that talent loose and let them play. They playing good. Noah Carter did play very well on that short run. Stopped him. Kelby Carter came around on a twist. Got a sack. Everything looked great. Like when we can play pass defense and just straight rush the pass, is phenomenal. We got a pass rusher. Quayru's all pushing the guy 13 yards in the backfield. Like push him in the pocket. The only thing happened is they just let John Mathieu sit inside the pocket because he didn't get no pressure up front. And then he couldn't, and he made that big throw down the middle straight behind both linebackers and got that touchdown. Outside that, man, Oklahoma did nothing in the second half. That defense played phenomenal. Just a little too loose coverage. They play a little tight coverage, right? And play a little bit more physical, come downhill to smack somebody. I can understand that part, but I love it, man. Keon Keelan, great job tonight, kid. Phenomenal. James Smith pushing that middle. London Simmons. Man, that defense played lights out. And if the offense can continue to give us 25 points a game, I don't see Bama losing. If we can score 25 plus a game, we're not losing no game in the playoff, period.
No, I agree 100%. So moving on here to the next segment here, Justin, I'll let you.
It's not so much as a segment as it is someone who really helps us grow each and every season in terms of our engagement and our viewership. It's the wonderful people at Whitwell Sports. That's right, the title towel providers. You need to have one going to the Rose Bowl. How do you get it? Well, you go to www.whitwellsports.com today and enter the promo code STANDARD to get you a nice discount courtesy of the Bama Standard Network. That's right, folks. The season truly never ends unless you're Oklahoma. Ooh. Make sure you have your title towel as we go to the Rose Bowl. As the song said, remember the Rose Bowl. We'll win then.
Coach Karl got his. Mine's on the way. So, Coach,
somewhere.
But all seriousness, I don't mean to take a shot at Oklahoma. A lot of respect for them. I'm not that dude. Even though people like to come at me in my comments all the time, I just sit back and I let things play out. I have respect for all teams, and Oklahoma is worthy of that respect. They came with it. Ooh, very nice. You see that? That can be yours today at whitwellsports.com. You like that, Jonathan?
I do. That was a good promo. That's your inner wrestling coming out right there.
That's right.
With that being said, before we move on to the next segment real quick, obviously shout out to Defend, $5 super chat. Bama gained the most yards running when QB was under center. And you know what's funny is I didn't really realize that until you just pointed out. That is definitely correct, because I believe the 29-yard run from Daniel Hill came when he was under center, and also like a 14 or 15-yarder came when he was under center as well. That's a great observation, actually.
You want to know why? Because when you're on the center, it's kind of like a pistol set. You're still in the pistol set. You get a running back time to get started. When you side cock, he's getting the ball right there on the side with no movement going forward. Now you got to try to make a movement forward, or you got to make a movement sideways. But if you get the ball and you hand it off, you're coming forward. And if you make a jump cut, still making a jump cut going forward. We do too much side cocking, and then once you get it, like if I line you up on the right side of me, John, I can tell you right now, everybody in the chat, if I line John on the right side of me and side cock on the right side, which way the ball going?
Going left.
That's the only direction you can go.
The only direction you can go. Yep.
Unless you're gonna run a counter. You can't go but one direction.
And we don't run counter.
Unless you're gonna run a counter.
What's
and
John?
We don't run counter. So what the whole defense know? The ball going left.
Well, the defense
line slides to the left. One guy sits over here playing just in case you play damn quarterback keeper running the zone read. One guy sits, whole defense slides to the left. Put him in the pistol.
Yep.
Same play, put him in the pistol set. Defense has to stay put in the middle of the field because the running back is in the center of the field. If you shift the defense, he goes straight up downfield.
Yep.
That's simple and plain.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 1,000%. But you know what? It's funny is we don't get paid millions of dollars. It'd be nice. Hey, just throw me a couple bones. You know what I mean? Just for I'll be the water boy for Coach Karl. Just throw me a couple dollars. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, AJ McCarron is the new head coach of the Birmingham Stallions. You could all
you
guys can apply for that right now since he's looking for a staff.
AJ, call me up, dog. Hey, I got you.
Congrats to him, by the way. Pulled out a lieutenant governor race. Gets the Birmingham Stallions head coaching job. So I noticed there was something big coming when he talked about it on his podcast and all that good stuff. I'm interested to see if the dynasty is going to still continue running as far as podcasting goes. I don't know how that interferes with that, but
actually, you don't know this yet. He's going to be leaving the dynasty.
Oof. He's on JB's show more than anybody, anyways.
No kidding. But
tell AJ to hit me up.
Well, one thing AJ has talked about that he fully intends to have more of an Alabama presence on the team and have more representatives from each Alabama school. That way that it's truly Alabama's team, the state of Alabama that is. So and I also put him on the trail for a possible coach on his staff. Got him connected with AC Carter yesterday. They had a great conversation. I'm waiting to hear what the results are. But
so AC could be possibly leaving Alabama A&M to Birmingham Stallions.
Birmingham Stallions.
Ooh.
Possibly, but
All right. Well, anyways, moving on to the next segment.
Moving on.
Do this.
No,
Players
Joe
of the game.
Joe Edwards said, should they bench Ryan Williams? No.
Oh, we're going to get to all those questions.
We going to talk, son?
We're going to answer a lot of questions. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put them in the comment section. If
We're
you're
in a
watching
talking mood.
Yes, and if you're on X, make sure to jump over on YouTube and make sure to subscribe and all that good stuff as well. But either way, moving on to the next segment, player of the game. This time we'll start with Justin. Give me one offense and one defensive player of the game, and make sure if you're listening to this in the chat, make sure to comment your player of the game and offense and defense as well.
Offensively, I got to go with Lotzier Brooks. Came up big tonight when we were really needing a spark at crucial time. Big players make big plays in big games, and this was the game to do it. So excited to see his coming out party. Man, absolutely amazing to watch. Defensively, my gosh, where do I really pick from the slew of folks we've already mentioned? But I'm going to go ahead and pick Xavier Brown, the pick six that literally flipped the game upside down. That started the momentum shift, and it really felt like after that happened and we go into half, Alabama was in firm control and really not in danger of losing that game. Even though it seemed tight to us in the moment, that really just it kind of sealed it for us early. So yeah, that's where I stand.
All right, Coach Karl, give me your players of the game, one offense, one defense.
Defense is Keon Keeley pushing the pile on defense most of the game. I think that's good with that. That third down sack was crucial, right?
Yep.
I give it Keon Keeley. Offense wise, I just go ahead and be honest with you, man. I was thinking more like Daniel Hill, but Ty played phenomenal tonight, man. No turnovers. He did get sacked 4 or 5 times. Sometimes he should have threw the ball away. He was just holding the ball a little too long. But the throws he made under pressure in Oklahoma, with that defense coming at you playing against that guy on calling defensive plays, man.
Yep.
I'm just go ahead and just get the kids a flower because I've been beating them up a lot for not playing well. And then tonight he played very well, so I'm gonna get the kids a flower. I just my player of the game be on offense go to Ty Simpson.
All right, mine's gonna be very simple. Well, so I'm not gonna pick the same ones that you guys already picked. As far as the offense goes, I'm gonna go Ryan Grubb for the 4th down call. Because once again, they're still dragging across the field for that call. I'm just going to throw it out there. I know a lot of people want to see Ryan Grubb gone. I believe that you got to give the guy more than 1 year. I get it. He's made some terrible calls. I agree with that. But look, you got to live and die with the system that's going to be put in place, right? So I'm going to say Ryan Grubb because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would pick Ty Simpson, to be completely honest with you. On the defensive side, I'm going to, man, you guys really picked the guys I wanted to go after as far as the defensive side. So I'm going to go with a guy that's not going to show up in the stat sheet that much, but he was blowing people up all night. Nikhil Green was hammering people tonight. I mean, every time he had a chance to hit someone, he was decleating those guys for sure. And then I'm going to give a special shout out to somebody that deserves to be mentioned. He goes 2 for 2 with a 40-yard field goal. Connor Tauti, everybody. Clap your hands. That man does look how much he has been drugged through the mud this year. He deserves the applause just as much as he deserves to be thrown in the mud. So hats off to him.
Get that dude hit fly. That dude kicked 2 field goals and what's the boy? Tate Sedale missed 2 field goals. So,
yes.
Hey, it's a phenomenal day. Hey man, we reversed the game, right? We put Tate Sedale in the missing, and we got our kicker kicking. So, hey, let's keep it going,
bro.
We got a guy that kicking field goal. They got a guy that missing them.
In the playoffs, he's kicking field. That's in clutch situations in a close game. He's kicking field goals. I'll take him being terrible all year to get in the playoffs and do it now. Just do it now. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say.
Some of y'all should be ashamed about the way y'all acted too. That's gonna throw that.
I'm just glad that it wasn't me. Now I wouldn't.
I know you want. I ain't talking about you. I'm not talking about Johnathan. I'm talking about some of these people be booing. I'm glad. All I'm gonna say, I'm glad that y'all ain't God. I'm glad y'all ain't God because y'all don't understand what forgiveness means and grace.
Facts.
Sometimes the storm comes at night, and you gotta endure the storm because we know that the joy comes in the morning. And tonight, I'm sorry.
There he goes off on his tangent again. So, all right, moving on. After players of the game, what do we have lined up on this agenda?
We turn it over to the audience.
Justin, this is where you take over as far as bringing up these banners. I'll let him do that. If
you know what, I'm so excited about the folks who have graciously donated. So I know we've already mentioned them, but I'm going to bring them up on the stage again because they deserve it. Jimmy Clay. This is arguably the #1 fan in Alabama history right here, and the #1 fan of our show. We're grateful to have you in here, brother. We know that no matter how things are going for Alabama, you will always provide that energy to push us over the goal line. Thank you, sir. And then we got Don Parker. This is where it all starts, folks. Don Parker, $10. Roll Tide, happy with the win, but the overall performance was a C-. Bama should have had a funeral for that schooner. You know what? In the playoffs, I'm not looking for perfect. I'm just looking for advancing. And I knew it was going to be a battle. We all knew it was going to be a war tonight. And I'm not looking for grades. I'm just looking for wins at this point.
Bro, you're telling me.
Yeah, it's no such thing as a C- when you win a playoff game. That's all A+, baby.
Well, that's the thing, man. You're playing the best teams in the country at this point, except for the DEI hires. You'll see them tomorrow.
And you're playing against a team that whooped your. You're playing a team that whooped your ass twice.
We haven't mentioned something yet, guys. We're the first team to win as an away game on the road in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bama the first to do something again. Imagine that.
And they won by double digits.
Tastes good.
Won't God do it?
All right, moving on here. Next one.
I'm sorry. Y'all just making me act up. All right. At Bama 21-26. Question: do you guys think they should have run more to the edge tonight?
No.
How fast that defense is? I'm going to say no.
No, you run B gap. You don't run. You don't C gap it. With defense that's swarming like that and pursuing like that, you press C gap and then you cut back B gap. Get the whole defense swarming one direction when they start slanting the defensive line going one direction, and then the running back cuts back in the B gap. You press the C gap, cut back in the B gap, and then you should have middle of the field wide open. If you just running straight C gap, they're gonna run your ass clean out of bounds with the 1-2 yard negatives. That's why we was in the negative the whole first half, because they're trying to press too much C gap. They trying to bang B gap, press C gap. No, you go ahead and get on outside the C gap, start rolling the C gap, and then you should cut back like Georgia do. Georgia push your whole defense C gap, and then they'll cut back B gap and be streaking on you. No. We got to start playing B gap and stop playing A and C. Alabama play A and C gap. We got to get into the B.
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%. The last thing you want to run into is an R. Mason Thomas waiting in a C gap, by the way. So I'm just going to throw
Kip Lewis. And Kip Lewis scraping across the top, right?
Exactly. So yeah, no doubt.
R. Mason Thomas and Kip Lewis, this is called what it is. They are dudes.
They
grown ass man.
Them the type of dudes you do not want to walk in the alley at night and see.
No, you want them walking beside you, and then
you want them jokers beside you as bodyguards.
I want them playing for the Baltimore Ravens. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Justin.
All right, Dwight. We contend 36-82. Do we have any receivers that can actually catch the damn ball?
They did.
Yes.
I don't know if you noticed, but he has 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they can catch the football. Dwight, man, just high pressure situation, man. That's the playoff, man. You drop footballs. It's just pressure, man. Those type of games bring out the best in you and the worst in you. Your hands get too cheesy. Like in the NFL, you got to catch a football with your hands like this. In college, your hands should be a little bit closer. Our boys' hands like this, trying to catch the football like the football coming sideways. You just got to close them in a little bit, unless you're going to open your hands up wide like this and then roll them. But no, they just a little too wide. That's all.
Or we have some receivers that don't use their hands to catch the ball. They're not hands catchers. They're body catchers. So
you got a lot of, but even think about it, man. When you're playing football nowadays, John, a lot of folks not paying attention. You're going to have to catch the ball in here, like right in here. Because so many head collision coming on. So you go across the middle of the field and you do it like this, it's going to be incomplete anyway. So they're trying to wait till you get a little closer into you. So when you close it, you can ball up and try to lock the ball on your chest. Because if you don't, they're going to separate you from the ball. And then you turn when you inside the end zone with the same thing. You want to get your ball hand a little bit closer to your body so you can trap it. When you're running dig routes, you can do that outside, catch the ball here because you're on the move like that. So it's all good, man. They just gotta concentrate on the ball. You know the lick coming, especially against a team like OU. You know the hits are coming.
Indiana's gonna bring the lick too.
Indiana gonna bring the mail.
Yeah.
So you know the hits are coming.
We need to return the sender.
Yeah. Just get prepared for taking those licks. So in practice, instead of them just running across the middle and get wide open catches, they should be running across the middle, have a defender sitting right there when Ty's delivering the ball, right? He should be sitting right there, and you just get used to catching the ball with a defender sitting right there. Eyes on the ball, catch the ball, take the licks.
You know,
I said Ryan's hands are upside down. Next question.
Thank you again, Don Parker, for that $5 and the wonderful key tag here of Choklahoma. But all respect here from me from the Sooners. All right. Tony Collins, 2740. Why didn't we run tempo and keep them in a base defense?
Let me answer that real quick.
John.
We did at times. So we have 3 different styles of tempo that we run with this offense to keep them off balance from the defensive perspective. That I do know. Obviously, you have quick. You have the in the huddle, and then you have, I don't know what the hell they call it, where it's like a little scat, I guess, where it's like a quick huddle, but then they run to the line and hike the ball, right? That I do know. As far as the tempo, it's varied because, yes, it's easy to say just run tempo and hurry up and hike the ball before any adjustments are made. But here's the thing: if you call a play and you line up and it's not the correct play, you're going to have to make adjustments anyways. So to a certain extent, right? So, but anyways, go ahead, Coach Karl. Sorry, that's my tangent for a minute.
No, I mean, I was gonna say the same thing, man. Running quick tempo, you get the tempo going, so you make plays, start moving the ball. Once you get across the 50-yard line, you slow the ball down a little bit because you don't want to be moving the ball up and down the field fast, and then you put your defense back on the field when your defense is playing lights out. So once the defense get burnt out, you can't stop anybody in the fourth quarter. So you go tempo to get the ball across midfield. Once you get across midfield, you slow it down a little bit, and then you get into the tempo once you get inside 30. Yeah. Now you can start pressing Oklahoma a little bit by not being able to sub. So you just line them up, boom, run play fast, and then next play you run it all the clock down. Then next play you kind of run a little fast too. Just mixing and this and that. Keep them from subbing, because if you lie to them sub, they'll run all the clock out trying to get a sub in.
There you go.
Well said, sir. We got at D Baker 2383 $9.99. Roll Tide. The negative is that the offensive line needs to continue to block until the whistle is blown. Don't just push them out the way. Block. The positive, our defense is great.
We already discussed that one, so yeah.
But thank you again. We're gonna give you your flowers for donating.
Please continue to donate.
We're trying to get Johnathan out that Ford Pinto he has. So
barely running, guys. A 2-cylinder.
The crazy part about it, he has a 2-cylinder that burns gas. So
I got a big block 2-cylinder. You got to stop with this chaos, man. We would not be chopping up like this if we lost this game the way it was projected in the first quarter.
No, I still be joking, man, because you got to have a life at the end of a loss. You got to have a life.
For the first time this year, I lost my composure in the first quarter. I never do this. I was sending, usually I'm calming Justin down. In the middle of the first quarter, I was sending him messages. I'm like, dude, it's about to get wild on this post game. I'm telling you right now, I'm unleashing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Coach Karl, I thought I was talking to Samuel Jackson.
Bro,
he went full Samuel Jackson on me today.
I was heated, man. I was like, it's just embarrassing to a certain extent, right? And then the obvious missed calls during that first quarter to me against, like I said, it happened on both sides by the end of the game. But some of those calls at the beginning, like that holding on Isaiah Horton, was crazy. The face mask that was never even looked at, where Nikai Hill-Green was tackled by his face mask. I'm like, in front of the ref. But like I said, it happened on both sides by the end of the game. They weren't called. So scratch it.
I mean, by the end of the game, we got away with 2 plays, right? Two calls I see Bama got away with. But to start that game, all that holding on defense, all that holding on offense, man, they was choke holding.
All sides on the sack to Ty Simpson. How did you not see that? That dude was almost a yard down the field.
He was in the field when they snapped the ball. Not even that, I mean, the headbutt, Kip Lewis headbutt the Ty Simpson right in front of the referee.
I feel like I was watching
it's a lot, man.
War games.
That last hit on Red Morgan, like boom, dude pushed Red Morgan behind at the end of the play, just knocked him clean on his ass, man. Like it's just a lot, man. Just bad. It's just bad officiating. Like we was talking in the group chat. I told y'all, we gonna have to win this game. We can't worry about what the referee gonna do because they not gonna give us shit. We playing football on the road in a hostile environment. You don't go in there expecting to get down flags. That's damn middle school shit. That's the old Alabama when Nick Saban was coach. We had respect. We don't have that shit anymore. We got to earn it. So we go in there,
earn it.
You get your head knocked in, get your ass up and keep playing. They got up and they kept playing tonight. They were asking for flags. They realized they weren't getting them. They got up and kept playing. So roll damn Tide.
Ooh,
hashtag never give up. Shout out to
I got to show this one because it's a donation. Obviously, I appreciate the $1.99 donation. Orphanage Builder Groom 8586. Hopefully I said that right. Danny Lewis is officially more useful than Ryan Williams.
A blocker.
Ryan Williams had 1 catch for 5 yards, I believe, and I know he had obviously a drop that everybody torched.
Yeah, he had a drop that everybody gonna kill him about. But people, you got to understand this. Even when Ryan is not getting targets, he's still getting double team. You're gonna have to double the guy. He can drop 50 balls a night. They still gonna double team his ass because it's just that one ball. If he catch it, he's gone. So you gotta make sure you bracket Ryan all night long. Even they covering that boy when he on the sideline. So he is the biggest threat in college football. Outside of Malachi Tony, when he's on the field, Malachi Tony's on the field, they are the 2 biggest threats in college football because they can take the top off a football game all night, any night.
But so, I have to push back a little bit on it and ask from a fan standpoint, because if I'm in this chat and I'm hearing that, I'm saying BS. The reason why I'm saying that is because you dropped 10 balls this season. You're the leading drop catcher in the nation this year. Why am I so scared of somebody that's constantly dropping the ball?
Okay.
I want you
to CD Lamb dropped 13 balls this year in NFL. Well, you gonna not double team CD Lamb and let him catch one? Because if you don't double team him and he wide open running, you think he's dropping those balls?
I'm just from a fan standpoint. I'm not
from a fan standpoint. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
just don't double team him and then you live with the results.
Yeah,
okay.
Everybody know he dropped football this year, but how many times that you left him wide open and he dropped the football? If you leave that cat running 1-on-1 down the sideline, he dropping those balls. Those 1-on-1 balls, he catch them all. Unless
only one. Wisconsin. So, what
said? CD Lamb dropped 10 balls and caught 110. It don't matter. It's just those 10 balls you drop.
He's still going.
Those 10 balls CD Lamb dropped caused Dallas Cowboy football games.
All right. Did you do that, Justin? I'm assuming you did that.
I did do that because we've got Tony Collins 2740. We need to stop changing plays at the line every play too. I think us Carl adequately covered that earlier.
That Tony, that shit eats me a lot. We call him down Oliver with 3 seconds on the damn clock. That shit eat me alive.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't say nothing to that other than I agree. So moving on.
All right. Tough as nails. Grubb in the booth helped out, I guess.
Well, I can tell you this. In Georgia, he was down on the field and it was horrible and we couldn't do nothing. He got in the booth and we did something and we won. So I like where you're going, man. Tough as nails. I like where you're going with this. So I agree.
That's right. I mean, in the Georgia game, you couldn't have begged for worse. You couldn't have prayed for worse. You say, God, please send me worse. And that's, yeah. All right.
Georgia game. I was saying the Georgia game, send his ass back upstairs. He's like he was lost on the damn field.
I was about to send him back to Dollar Tree.
Oh,
all right. At YTCRCSN, ESPN just showed this stat. Bama is 9-0 with an interception, 2-3 without an interception.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this defense is predicated on turnovers. That's the way this 4-2-5 works. That's the way, at least from everything I've read and listened to, that's how this thing works. It's a bend, don't break defense, which means eventually you're going to cause and hopefully somebody will make a mistake, right? So am I wrong there?
Only problem is with the 4-2-5, the way the back end is played with Mo Linquist. Mo is giving up too much leverage. So with the 4-2-5, it's a vision type defense, but it's played at 7 yards, not 10. It's 5 to 7 off, and then you playing vision. 10, they playing it at 10, and when you bailing, like you playing 10 yards off and you bailing, you play at 5 to 7, and then you bail, you standing at 10. But if you playing it at 10 and you bailing, now you at 15 and 20 yards off. So you're giving all the underneath stuff.
That's why, by the way, Justin Jefferson was throwing his hands up in the middle of the field half the time, going, "Why is the help so far
down the hill? We're so deep down the field."
Exactly.
But when Xavier played the ball right, boom, he sent that 5 yard, he dropped 5 yard, ball comes straight to you. Now it's a pick 6.
Yep.
But you play it at 10 and drop 5, that's a completion. I mean, it's simple. Play it at 5 to 7 yards, so take a 3 to 5 still drop, and then everything's right there with vision where you can break on the ball.
Yeah.
All right, we have got an Illinois fan in the chat. The Fighting Illini represent official Oski Wow Wow. Please beat IU. I beg of you.
I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty confident against Indiana. It's not because it's in the Big Ten. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to get into this game yet because that's for a pregame. Yeah. But from everything I've seen, they played Ohio State really well. They're very physical defense, in my opinion. I just think there are some things they have weaknesses like everybody else does. This is, to me, in my opinion, this is not the year where there's an invincible team. Right. So in the years past, I could have possibly pointed out like Clemson or maybe Alabama had a time where they looked unbeatable. LSU 2019. Right. So teams like that, you're like, yeah, you're not beating those dudes. I don't see a team in this year's playoff going, yeah, you just can't beat that team.
Yeah. Everyone has flaws.
With the way this defense is playing right now, with Indiana can run the ball a little. They can't run the ball that good. Everything is predicated on what the boy named the Heisman Trophy winner,
Fernando Mendoza.
Fernando Mendoza. Everything is predicated on Mendoza. He's not a scrambler, so he had to drop back and throw the ball 50 times. It's all favor of Bama because we're gonna get pressure. Their offensive line is good, but it's not as strong as the offensive line we just played. Even though they was young, don't boys some dudes on their offensive line.
They some dudes.
Yeah, my gosh.
Right. I don't think the offensive line is good as Oklahoma offensive line or Georgia offensive line. So Bama should be able to get pressure. We just got to be able to contain the middle of the field, that A and B gap where Indiana like to run A and B.
Yeah.
We can start to run A and B gap, we should beat them. It's our offense that had to put up. I was saying our offense give up 21 points, we'll beat Indiana.
I'll say 24 just to be safe. All right. At Porsche 919 Tribute, who is more of a liability on their side of the ball, Damani Jackson or Ryan Williams?
Damani Jackson. Yep. Go ahead, Coach Carl.
No, I'm set.
Yeah, Damani Jackson for sure. Ryan Williams is at least a decoy, or he's half blocking or whatever he's supposed to be doing, motion, whatever. He's causing some type of attention his way. I'm not hating on Damani. Damani's had his weak points this year and he's had his high points, and understand that at the end of the day, Damani Jackson, in my opinion, has played his role well this year from a standpoint of having to take a back seat to Dejon Lee and not complaining about it.
I think Damani should have been in the slot playing the star position. Damani should have been in the star, and Justin or the other boy, the Jones,
Deshaun Jones.
Deshaun Jones should have been backing him up. we should have had the money on the field with those other two corners with Dijon Lee and Xavier Brown. We would have been better because I think he's a better slot corner because he loves to play off ball. So he's a better slot corner than he is a boundary corner or a field corner. I would have put him in the slot and just primarily put him in the slot. It's exactly what he's gonna play in the NFL. He's gonna be a slot guy in the NFL, not a field or a boundary guy.
I agree 100%. And one thing we've got to keep in mind too, when we're thinking about these transfers, guys, they're not transferring for no reason. I'm not saying they're transferring because they suck. What I'm saying is there's a reason sometimes why these guys do transfer. They're not all going to be Jameson Williams or Jahmyr Gibbs, right? So that's not the case. Probably 95% of the time, that's not going to be a hit. I'm not saying Devontae Jackson's not a hit. I think he's actually, for his role, for what he did at USC and then coming into Alabama, I felt like he served his purpose, to be completely honest with you.
I think he's underachieved, though.
I do think he's underachieved.
If they play, I think if they will just play him a little more, if you play him on outside, play him a little more press man coverage because he has speed. If you giving up 10 yards, man, and then you telling him to drop an extra 10 yards, he's no way near going to be effective. Last year, he was effective because he played close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Only time he had issues is when he was playing off ball. Now they're taking him and pushing him that far the ball, and he's not playing well off ball. Put him in the slot. Or he have a safety center on top of his head. And then you just press ball with him. Put him in the slot, let him play 5 yards off, man, make the right read. The money will be 10 times better than he is on the outside right now playing off ball. I think he's a press ball type corner. Kind of like Xavier. You see Xavier, he playing too far off. He get a little lost. He'll walk down. He'll personally walk down and start playing man coverage. When the money played man coverage against Georgia, he played phenomenal against Georgia because he walked down and played lock coverage and they gave up no passes. Like, I don't think he had a completion against him.
They didn't.
You're bagging him off, man. The guy is a physical guy. Put him up top, let him play physical. Dijon Lee is that off-ball corner. That's why they put him on top of the money because Dijon plays off. The money play on. So
makes sense.
Let's get to our next comment. This is interesting. At Ryan Milton 5512. Why we didn't see Richard Young? If we don't have a run game, he can't be much worse.
Well, we say that until it gets worse.
Until it gets worse. But nah, man, I heard some nonsense going on in T-Town, man. Like Richard had gotten some trouble or something, so he probably on punishment. Who knows? But he understands the reason why he's not playing. The team knows why he's not playing. We just don't know why he's not playing.
A lot of things happen inside those locker rooms and on that field that we don't know about. Unless, because trust me, if he thought he had a reason to be on the field, you'd probably be hearing about it. So, right. And
if he didn't, and he wasn't happy, you already heard his name talking about getting in the transfer
portal would have been already.
He understands the reason why he's not playing.
So exactly. He's going to be in the transfer portal. He made mention of it back in September when he was in class.
But he understands the reason why he's not playing, though. He's a really good kid. Don't have the speed.
No, don't have the burst.
He don't have the speed, but he's a physical bet. He's just not a Daniel Hill type.
All right, let's see. At Daniel Rivera, 220. Bama won because they made the adjustments and Oklahoma didn't.
I'll agree to a certain extent. And the reason why I say that is because things did happen, right? It wasn't just adjustments. It was a drop punt. It was a pick six. You know what I mean? So, and this was before halftime, before major adjustments were made, which is most of the time when major adjustments are made at halftime, when you have that 20 or 35 minute, depending on a 50 Cent singing for you or not, get that little bit extra time for the mini man.
It was bad play calling on Brent Venables.
Right.
It kind of was.
Zero. You go 0 man on Lazier Brooks with
Cover
no safety
0
on top. I mean, we know Lazier is a speedster.
Yeah.
Right. That's just bad. It's just bad play calling on Brent. He did, but like you said in the chat, a lot of folks said in the chat, Brent was gonna go down what he do best, and that's blitzing.
He gonna blitz.
He lived by the blitz. He died by the blitz tonight.
Yep.
He gave up too much zero. If Bama had to play better all game long, we beat him by 30 because he played zero all night. And we had those shots all night long. Once they started hitting those crossers, throwing those short crossing around, then Oklahoma had to come down. And then they gave up the tops. So,
All right, let's get to the next one. At Chris Solo, 90-15. Is this run game the worst in Alabama history?
I'm gonna say I don't know because I'd have to do some research on that, and I can't. I'll be straight up honest with you. I can't think of a team pre Gene Stallings. So I'm gonna say I have to do some research on that one.
No, we never had any issue pre-Gene Stallings running the ball because before Gene Stallings, we had Bobby Humphrey.
Well, I'm just saying the whole history.
I think we have a negative rushing game once before, but all season long, no, it's never been this bad.
I mean,
ever all season, because back in those days, all you could do is run the ball. So
I agree.
Moving on.
Is it more so that we don't have a run game, or is it because the run game is neglected?
I think we don't have that. Well, I think we have really good backs, but we just don't have that explosive elite back.
Oh, we do. He's on his way.
Yeah,
Don't worry. January 5th, he'll be getting in his room.
Those two. We have two backs in this class that's coming.
Yeah.
One is a super freak and one is a freak.
Yeah.
Right. But you put those two guys with the younger guys like Daniel Hill and AK Deere, we'll have dynamic running room right now. Kevin Riley is a talent, but he's not that vision guy. Like he's a one hit, he's a one cut, keep going type of guy like Daniel Hill. These two guys coming in now are visionaries. Like they know how to press A gap and hit the B gap. They know how to press the C gap and then come back inside A gap. They know how to fool you to come in the A gap and jump all the way to C gap. Like Jan be trying to press and bounce C gap. He don't have C gap speed. These two guys have that getaway speed.
EJ can do something I can't do, and that's get skinny.
And
I'm talking about skinny in the hole. So that's one thing our backs, in my opinion, tend to struggle with at times for sure.
Shout out to our guy Jason Haywood, 8544, $5. I love the resolve the team showed and the adjustments the staff made. The team fought hard for their coach tonight. RTR.
Bro,
too bad he's going to Michigan.
Don't get me started. I agree with you 1,000%. I thought the resiliency was shown here more than any. When we were down 17-0, and when we came back and tied it, and then it went into halftime, I was already incredibly impressed. And then when OU scored that touchdown, I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. Are we going to fall apart? Are we going to step on their throat? And then we came back down the field. I'm like, okay, like this is different. We haven't seen much of this year. Alabama's actually fighting back. Right. So, and the energy felt different in this game than it has in the past, in my opinion. And the fact that happened on the road in Norman against a team we have struggled with ever since they got in the SEC, right, for the past 2 years. I think it couldn't have came in at a better time.
It was like a Rocky Balboa resiliency. Chris Kemp, y'all MFers was hating too.
And that's
don't
why
act like y'all was okay. We admitted it. We admitted it.
Yeah. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm going to critique. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, someone who does not shy from critiquing, Don Parker, $5. On another note, Jake Paul just
he went night. He went
night.
He got knocked out. So
they laid good, man. Joshua laid his ass out.
Well, maybe now they'll stop. They'll stop with this nonsense with Jake Paul. I mean, why do we keep getting these pay-per-view events that feature these setups? These him fighting retired fighters or people who've never picked up a boxing glove before in their life, or a 57-year-old Mike Tyson who was paid off to lose. Why we have to keep? Why?
Money. It's money.
If I'm gonna watch something that's fake, I'm gonna watch the WWE.
Justin, say it with me. Money.
Say
it with me. Money. There you go. Now there's your reason.
No. Hey, Big Bill, thank you, brother. $5. We greatly appreciate you being in the chat overnight. We got Bama Standard After Dark. All right. Polk High legend, shout out to Al Bundy. What happened to Ryan Williams? Went from the only two-time Mr. Football to can't catch a cold. Something is going on. Still going to root for Hollywood. It's just odd. Or he just peaked in high school.
I'm not saying that man.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Last year.
I'm kidding.
I know you were, but I was still going to give you a little bit of. But yeah, go ahead.
All right. Here's one. Hell Baby TV 404. Why is Keon Sabb always staring, and flat-footed?
Coach Karl, take it away. Right when he didn't want me to do it.
John always sending me up for the kill.
Oh, snap.
Why he's always I don't know. But Keon, man, Keon is not physical. I thought when he coming out of Michigan, he was gonna be a physical downhill safety. He's not a physical safety, man. He's too flat-footed for me. By being flat-footed, he always standing flat and keeping his foot flat. Like as a DB, you want to always be on the move. He's never on the move. He just always sitting flat-footed, man. Just eyes. He got bad eye discipline too because he always looking in his face. Waiting on God to make head movements and he jumping toward head movement. I don't know, man. Keon lost some money too. So the money lost money this year. Keon lost money this year. It's just been a bad year for those two guys.
I'll be honest with you, and this is not a shot at Keon Sabb. I'll be honest with you. Some games I forget he's playing because I just won't see him around the ball ever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is it because they don't want to throw his direction?
No, he just lost.
Look, I'm trying to throw every scenario out there, but yeah.
No, most of the time he'd be lost around the line of scrimmage, so it kind of
you just don't see him around the ball.
Well, he'd be around the line of scrimmage, lost, playing on his own. He'll come in on the blitz and he overrunning blitzes, man. Like take the kill shot. You got a kill shot on John Mateer, and then you want to wrap around and trying to grab around the hip. Oh, just go ahead and beeline him, run dead through him. You know, they ain't got no heart, man. I mean, you can make bodies in a lab, but you can't put heart inside that body.
Ooh,
10-man.
We're gonna put that on a t-shirt. Now available in our shop.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that negative. I'm just saying you can build bodies in the lab. In the lab, in the weight room, they're building them bodies. But on the inside of you, where it all starts at, you're gonna have to have a heart. I understand that we don't want to take shots at players and get a chance to get evicted, kicked out of the game. But at some point, man, just damn play football. Look, they throw a flag, they throw a damn flag. Just play football. Stop all this ground dance. That's all I be saying. Shit, we like to dance. I don't like to dance. I like to hit.
I feel like we need to have a designated player on the team each game that's just going to lay the wood to somebody. Drake Kirkpatrick did it a couple of times this year when he was able to play.
Drake Kirkpatrick, where he at?
Well, hopefully they can resolve the issues off the field that are holding him back, because he's definitely a talent when he's on the field. You know where he is.
Super talented.
We got one last comment, and that comes from David Martin 69 Lover. Is that an OnlyFans too? Remember, guys, Indiana is in the Big Ten, okay, not the SEC.
I understand that. And I want to start. Sorry, Justin, go.
I was just going to say that this isn't your dad or your granddad's Indiana. This is a different monster altogether. One of the best coached teams in the country, and you can't overlook anybody right now. As we said earlier, there is no team right now that is without flaws, and there's definitely not a team you need to overlook. This isn't a homecoming opponent, and if you go in there treating it like that, we could be on the bad end of things once the clock hits 0-0-0. The guy, Mendoza, won the Heisman for a reason.
Facts.
I mean, he can deal.
Go
ahead.
No. I thought you were finished. Are you finished or no? Because I'm gonna. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm taking Coach Karl's line. Tape don't lie, right? So when you watch Indiana play, that defense is physical. Those receivers can catch the ball in crucial situations. They have some studs at wide receiver and tight end. Do not get it twisted, right? They went into Autzen and beat Oregon at Oregon. They beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship by playing defense. Mendoza, I like him. Does he deserve the Heisman? Absolutely not. Diego Pavia, sorry, you deserve it. You're more meaningful to your team. Why do I say that? Indiana won, 10 games last year or 11 games last year, whatever it was last year, without Mendoza. So not taking a shot at Mendoza, but I'm just saying this is why I think this team can be beat, is because there is so much put on Mendoza. For some reason, this dude he went from a good damn QB to a great QB to all of a sudden this dude's the savior of Indiana and everything else. And I'm looking around going, am I the only one seeing flaws in this? Because in my opinion, if someone deserves an award, it's Indiana's defense this year. It is phenomenal. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I get it. They're not playing SEC teams. I understand that. But there are times when SEC has down years on offense. Don't get it twisted. We've had those years where we had bad offenses, and it made the defenses look really good when they weren't that good. Now, do I think we're better in the Big Ten? Yes, I do, especially this year. But yeah, I think Indiana's for real. And you best believe if we walk into that game like we did against Florida State, we're going to get slammed. So yeah, Cignetti's got a whole different mind.
Indiana for real, man. Don't take that IU for granted. Them kids are for real. Period.
First of all, if Diego Pavia was a decent human being, he probably would have won the Heisman Trophy. But honestly, if we're going to be real right now, which I feel like we do on this platform, right? If that award truly went to the best player in the country, then you look no further than Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech.
Yeah, and I could argue, I'm not going to get into it, but we have a kid down here at Jack State, almost had 1,700 yards rushing, and he's the reason why Jack State won their bowl game, by the way, beat Troy. I get it. People think it was only Troy, it's only this. That other players need to be considered. Defensive players need to be considered. There's some studs everywhere. And no, you're absolutely correct from the standpoint of it needs to go beyond just the pretty boy media darling, because that's essentially what this award's come down to. Not just this year, by the way. For a very long time. Popularity contest.
Man, you want to know? I'll tell you something. I go way offline. I'm glad that it was somebody winning outside of black person or a white person.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part about it, right?
The first Cuban.
This is the adversity that we've been facing, right? And now we finally get somebody outside of us to get an opportunity to win the Heisman. Those two guys, both of them deserved the opportunity to win. I think Diego probably was more meaningful. But, hey, it's still somebody outside of us that won the Heisman. So it's a phenomenal thing, man. I'm just happy about that portion of it.
I'm Irish. I'm still waiting our turn.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to be waiting a long time, brother.
Let's go to our final topic, and that is final thoughts, guys. It can be about this game. It can be going forward, but nonetheless, it's our final thoughts before we start to wrap things up.
Yeah, I guess I'll let you start, Coach Karl, then go to you, Justin, and I'll end it.
Well, my final thought, man, is the team actually played better, which is a phenomenal thing. I seen the boy with a little more, I guess, a little more spirit on the sideline instead of sitting out there with that door calm face like he lost in Neverland somewhere. Michael Jackson dancing around. But he actually looked like he had a little bit more motivation this game. He was more excited on the sideline. I seen Brian Grove actually get excited when they showed him in the booth. You know, Kane Womack is always excited on the sideline when defense make plays. But those two guys never show any emotion on the sideline. So it's kind of good to see them guys show some emotion. Kind of good to see our kicker make some field goals. Defense playing well, young guys getting a lot of experience. You know, seeing Lolly make those 2 touchdowns was just phenomenal. His first 2 touchdown catches of the year, which is awesome. Came at a more critical time. And good to see Quavis back, right?
Ooh, yeah. It's
good to have Jam, even though he do too much bouncing. You know, that gave Oklahoma another key to look forward to. But, like, my final thought, man, honestly, is like, can we get better as a team in general, moving forward through New Year's Day to play against IU in California, where we hadn't been having success at, right? We hadn't been winning at the Rose Bowl. Can we go in the Rose Bowls and play better and pull off a victory against IU? And if we can, I think if we beat IU, we probably got a shot at the national championship, because IU probably going to be the team to beat this year. Boy, that defense is playing, and they got those really skillful now wide receiver and tight end. So if we can go in there and figure out a way to win that game, we got the shot at it.
There you go. So I'll actually go next just so Justin can close the show out because I'm selfish and I like the spotlight on me. Anyways, my final.
You're a pick-me girl. That's exactly what you are.
I'll make sure to put my OnlyFans account up.
Oh, Lord.
The handle too. anyways, my final thoughts of the game. I'm really glad we won this game because I was about to go on raging after that first quarter. I'm about to lose it. You would have probably seen a different side of me. No, in all seriousness, final thoughts. I'm really glad we won. I felt like this team was extremely resilient, which is something we've been kind of lacking at times, definitely this year, fighting back. You know what I mean? So, of course, we get in the habit of seeing Ty being Ty in the middle of the season when we say he's digressing. In my opinion, I thought he had a great bounce back game here against Oklahoma. I think the big thing is can we do this again with almost another 2 weeks off, by the way? We're talking like a week and 5 days or 4 days to the next game as well. So more time to get healthy, more time to game plan. But Indiana also is going to be going on 3.5 weeks without playing a game. So kind of like Oklahoma, it's around I think 20 days or something like that. So yeah, no, I'm just happy with the win. Congrats to everybody on there. Congrats to all the moms and all that stuff. Shout out to Ebony. Noah got on the field, kind of did his thing. Same thing to London Simmons, who's obviously been on the show and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm glad this game, we won it, man. I feel like the DeBoer talk can now officially stop. Or it needs to stop.
Very well said. I can't harp on the resiliency of this team. And the team this year, although it did not look perfect at times, we are striving for perfection in our own way. Did we fall at times? Did we get bumps and bruises where we counted out at times? Was it justified? Yeah, it was. But the fact is we came up when it mattered the most, and I can't be any more prouder of this team. I'm excited about what the possibilities may be versus Indiana. I'm also excited, like you said, Johnathan, can't be overstated that the time we'll have off to continue to heal, continue to rest up, because that's one of the things that's really been plaguing us towards the later part of the season. And the healthier Alabama gets, I think the more dangerous they become, and we'll be allowed to fully bloom into what we know they can be. But excited about the win, looking forward to another round, and for all those who prayed for our downfall and even celebrated it, ESPN, we ain't done yet. And oh, by the way, next Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Central, the Bama Standard will be on air with not one but two special guests, DJ Hall and Kenneth Darby. You don't want to miss that, so y'all be here for that. Yes, sir. DJ. He's my guy.
Good dude. Good dude.
He's my family. So
you still doing Wednesday night?
Yes. Well, was that Christmas Eve?
Is it Christmas? I don't know.
I think so.
Today's the 20th, so yes, it would be.
If the family and he want to do it, then we can still do Wednesday night. We're talking about having actually an interview with a recruit that should be looked at by Alabama and others, folks. So we're still trying to get that together. If it's not on Christmas Eve, then we may be a go. But you'll see more promos for it. I know it probably makes no sense to anybody right now, but we have the best content there is. So now we're going to go towards the later part of our show, and that means you're going to learn how to follow us. You'll be able to figure out what Johnathan Lewis is residing in terms of his OnlyFans, and then some of the other ventures he's got, and you'll find out why Coach Karl is in a fallout shelter.
All right. Now
let's go around the room, guys. Let's tell folks how they can find us on social media. Starts out Johnathan and then Coach Karl, and I'll finish.
All right. So you can find me on here, obviously on the post-game shows. I'm pretty sure we're going to be making some more content on here as well. on the Bama Standard. We can also find me on X at T-Town Media 25, T-Town Media 25 on X. Also T-Town Media YouTube channel where we discuss Alabama recruiting and overlooked recruits like Kristen Moore and a host of others, Derek Sorrells Jr., Cedric Simmons, and just Demarion Barnes, so many others. Yeah, and make sure to go over there and check us out as well.
Coach Karl.
You can find me on T-Town Media with John, right? He just told you where to find us at. You can hit us up on X. You can hit me up on X at Coach KD Taylor. You can find me here on the stand-up post game with my brothers, or you can find me on the block, right? You can find me on the block, Sports Talk with Coach Karl.
Not to be confused with the poll, right?
Yeah, not be confused with the poll. Not just on the block.
We know you can't.
We're not gonna be on the block hustling. We're gonna be on the block communicating, right? On the block communicating, Sports Talk.
Because we know you couldn't get on that poll no more. You couldn't drop it like it's hot. You can only lower it down like it's lukewarm.
Man, listen, they used to call me coffee cake. Now they call me coach. Cake? Now they call me coach.
Stop it. That just really got said on here. That's a clip. That we need to start every single episode with that clip right there. That man
got
said,
you.
They call me
They used to call me coffee cake. Now they call me coach, right?
All right. So Justin in this thing.
That was worth the price of admission. Yes, you can find the Bama Standard on all forms of social media at the Bama Standard. We are not hard to find. If you're watching on Twitter, X, come on over to the Bama Standard Network YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, be a part of our family. We love company. We love adopting people into this fold, so make sure you don't hesitate there. Again, follow all these gentlemen. We have their information here on the rolling ticker. And thank you to everyone who was a part of the show in the live chat. Thank you for all the comments, the super chats. Again, we never ask for donations, but we are very grateful to receive them. And be assured they are put to good use so that you can have the top content in terms of Alabama football out there. But that's going to do it for all of us. Again, Alabama takes down Oklahoma at their place, 34-24. Rent was due, and folks, we collected. We will see you next week. Roll Tide.